Welcome back. Inflation in Abu Dhabi edged up to a 6-year high last month as the effect of rent rises is finally reflected in official figures. Prices in the capital rose 5.3% in March against the previous year, driven mainly by rising housing costs. The increase is the highest since 2009, which was at the height of the UAE's property boom, and comes after prices dipped month on month in February. Data released by Statistics Centre Abu Dhabi showed that the prices had risen 0.8% in March compared to the month before. Rent increases were highest for the lowest earners in the city at 16.8% year-on-year. Their costs have risen by 7 percentage points, which is more than for the top 20% of earners, according to government figures. The data also shows that rent increases for Emiratis have been slower than those for expats. Countrywide, inflation stood at 4.3% in March, with rent costs up 9% across the UAE against the previous year and up 2.3% against the previous month, according to the National Bureau of Statistics. During the first quarter of 2015, inflation increases across the UAE were driven exclusively by housing cost increases, and in Abu Dhabi, the effect of the removal of the rent cap at the end of 2013 is only just being felt in inflation figures, according to economists. Additionally, across the UAE, food prices continued to decline in March as low global agricultural commodities prices and a strengthening dollar cut supermarket bills for residents. But despite falling food prices, increasing rents have meant that the cost of living has increased for many, with wages only just keeping pace with inflation and expenses. Residential sales prices in Dubai may continue to soften by between 1 and 5% in the first half of 2015 before stabilizing in the second half of the year. Deloitte Financial Advisory, which has launched its inaugural real estate predictions report for Dubai, also said affordability for both nationals and expatriates will gain more attention in 2015. Deloitte said areas such as International City and Sports City, where more amenities are planned, will continue to experience strong demand. Deloitte experts said they consider that residential transactions have slowed to a more sustainable level, reflecting the longer-term trend, and predict this level of transactions to continue for the remainder of the year. The report also stated that overseas investors will continue to drive demand, but transaction volumes may be impacted by increasing stability in Egypt and the financial and political issues affecting Russia. Hotels in Abu Dhabi witnessed the first increase in annual daily rates since 2010 in the first quarter of 2015. That's according to real estate firm JLL. Despite heavy competition in the Abu Dhabi market, ADR levels increased to reach about $169, reflecting an increase of 12% in the year to February. Occupancy rates witnessed a far lower rate of growth, reaching 77% in the first 2 months of 2015, just 1% higher than 2014. The combined growth of improved ADR levels and occupancy rates pushed the revenue per available room up by 14% to reach approximately $132. According to JLL, while there has been a steady increase in tourism arrivals, the positive increase in demand was largely offset by new supply coming through, impacting on performance. They also added that the growth in hospitality demand is largely driven by a range of ongoing government initiatives to grow tourism demand, including the expansion of Etihad Airways and the airport, further enhancement of Abu Dhabi's leisure offerings, and campaigns by the Abu Dhabi Tourism and Culture Authority to promote Abu Dhabi regionally and globally. Expedia.com, one of the world's largest online travel sites, have released a list of the top 20 most popular outbound destinations from the UAE, based on bookings performed on Expedia's sites. The research examines passenger traffic out of the UAE, with Cairo taking the lead over other international cities, followed by Amman and Beirut. In terms of international destinations, London is ranked in 4th place, illustrating its enduring popularity within the Middle East, ahead of New York in 9th place and Paris ranked at 15. Additionally, the report stated that Cairo experienced the most substantial growth, with over a 70% increase in bookings in 2014 in comparison to 2013, closely followed by Riyadh. Sizable increases in flights were also witnessed to Colombo with over 55%, followed by Beirut and Kuwait City at 45% and 40% respectively. Based on bookings and year-on-year comparisons, Expedia predicts that Cairo, Beirut and Amman will be the top outbound travel destinations for June and July this year, with New York and London expected to each move up in the rankings.